Ludus Vulpes.
Welcome to Ludus Vulpes. My name's Kirsty.
I'm Phil.
And you join us as we run through how to play Forest Folk.
It's a game you may not have heard of yet because it's a game that we have designed. We've worked with a local artist, a very talented artist, and we
Kathryn Davis art
now at
is
the
the
point
artist.
of publishing this game around the world. So we thought we'd do a little how to play video and give you the opportunity to learn the game. And we have a couple of guest stars with us today. They're just sat actually much closer to the camera, but we've got Steve and Maggie, that Kirsty's mum and dad. So I'm going to give the camera a wave.
Hello.
I promised them that the last time they need to be on camera, but you know they can be on camera more often if they want to be. They can come sit this side if they'd like.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll take you through our normal routine. We'll take you down to the table. We'll do a quick setup, and then we'll go through an example of a 4-player game, and you'll have the opportunity to actually see how the game works and learn how the game plays. So without any further ado, if Kirsty's ready. Kirsty's currently got a little bit of a sore throat, so she might not be speaking. This is my opportunity to shine. So we'll go down to the table and we'll see you down there in a second. Kirsty.
So in a box of Forest Folk, you will have a rulebook. You will have forest cards, which are the ones with this pack. And you'll also have pilgrim cards, which are the ones with this pack. There is a score pad, and there's also, which I've separated,
I'm shuffling into the deck,
which are double-sided.
So, as the game begins, you will give everyone a reference card so that they can see what the powers on the forest cards can do.
Put the score pad to one side and rulebook to one side for now.
On the ambition that we know the rules of the game. So, when you're setting up a game of Forest Folk, you put that just there. You're going to deal forest cards to each player, and every player in the game is going to get 5 cards. So, I'll just quickly deal 5 cards out, and then I'll get us to the starting setup. This is a newish deck, so actually cards are just sticking together like glue.
We also shuffle the pilgrim cards, and you hand 3 to each player.
So that's going to be the player setup. Now, the other thing the player is going to have to do is decide which of these 2 pilgrim cards they want to keep. So everyone gets 3 to start off with. They get the opportunity to look at their cards, and then you're going to keep 2 of those. Now, you don't do that immediately. You have another opportunity. So before we go any further, we're just going to set up the forest area. Now, the way Forest Folk plays is there are 2 areas that you as a player will be playing to. There's a forest area, which is a shared tableau in the centre of the table. There's also your private sanctuary called the Copse. And you'll be able to play on each turn, you'll play a card to the forest and a card to the Copse. And over the course of the game, which is going to happen in 4 quick rounds, you'll add 4 cards to each area. Your Copse will be a maximum of 5 cards, and the forest is going to be somewhere between 17 and 20 odd cards by the end of the game.
Now, there is a variation with setup depending on the number of players.
True.
For 4 players, 1 card. For 3 players, 5 cards.
What you're basically doing is adding in the cards that would be missing from those players by the end of the game. So the forest actually kind of grows by 4 cards for every player you take down.
And then for 2 players, you add an additional 1, 2, 3.
Yep, that's it. And over there.
4. That's lots of tangle cards.
And this is because Kirsty doesn't like boxy forests, so
however,
it's a good place to start for examples.
Yes. As we're playing 4 players, I will remove
everything
bar the 1
so
and shuffle those back in.
Now, we also have, as on your turn, you're going to be adding a card to your hand. We're also going to have a little market of 4 face-up cards. They're going to be placed over here to one side of the forest, and you'll have the draw deck next to them because you'll have the opportunity to draw either blind from the draw deck or from the face-up marketplace. Either of those are fair options for you. Now, the way the game is going to work, your pilgrim cards, and I'll share mine with the world, so stop looking, you lot. Okay, so here are my pilgrim cards, and they all do something slightly different. So I've got scores that can be scored via glades, and glades are where the corners of cards come together. So if I put this one into the forest now, as you'll see, this forms a glade where the corners of cards come together. And if you've got glades, I've got glades of acorns here, so I'm going to need to collect as many acorns in glades as I possibly can. Hopefully no one heard that. I've also got paths to darkness. Now the paths are where items leave the edge of playing cards. So each card has 4 paths. And the path to darkness is where a card has 3 of the 4 paths leading nowhere. And that will score you points at the end of the game. And I've got this one called coupled powers, where you have pairs of powers together. And the powers are represented by the image. So basically pairs of image together. When you're scoring coupled powers, each card in a pair can only be used to score 1 pair. So I couldn't have like a third tangle card here and score a pair there and a pair there. So that's fairly consistent within the game. So you can be looking at your objectives, and there's a whole raft of objectives within the Pilgrim deck that will do different things and play the game in a slightly different way. So at the start of the game, everyone gets to look at their cards and decide which 2 they want to keep. Now, you're also going to be able to look at your cards to play, and those cards are going to form your hand, and they form the area where you're going to be able to either start to play to the forest or your copse. The very first card you play is going to be one of the 5 cards added to your copse area.
It's always worth looking at the cards you have in your hand and the ones available in the market prior to choosing the objective cards, the pilgrim cards. And
Go on, sorry.
I was going to say, when it comes to card placement, orientation has to remain the same.
Yes.
So all cards have to face the same way.
So while my fellow gamers choose their pilgrim cards, I will just talk you through how a hand works in the game. So at the start of the game, I'm going to quickly choose my pilgrim cards, and I'm going to choose that one. I'm going to discard this one, just up there. Now, leave those to one side. Now, at the start of the game, I play a card to my copse, and obviously the symbols around, and each area, so there's glades and paths, has 4 different symbols available on them, and you're going to want to match those symbols throughout the game. I'm going to start off by playing a card to my copse and leave that there. Now, the way the game works is on your turn now, you're going to draw a card to your hand, and you can draft any of these face-up cards or 1 blind from the top of the deck, and you're going to add that card to your hand. Once that card's in your hand, you're then going to have the opportunity to play a card into the forest. Now, as is probably aware at this stage, all 4 players will be playing to this forest area, and only you are going to be playing to your copse.
So the forest can be manipulated by all players. The copse can only be manipulated and affected by yourself.
So, when you play a card to the forest, 1, you'll change the structure of the forest, but the other thing you're going to be able to do is activate the power of the forest. So, start of your turn, add a card to your hand. Then play a card to the forest, and if you want to, you may trigger the power of the card. We'll quickly go through a little rundown of what all those powers mean, and what I'll do is I'll dig out some cards and I'll reshuffle them in if that's okay.
Thank you.
So I'm going to start with this one. This one's called Move.
I don't know which way it needs to be for people to see at home.
I think that's fine.
Move.
So the Move card allows you to swap the location of, that'd be useless, 2 cards in the forest. So if I played Move here, I could swap the location of 2 cards, and it is swap, so I could swap that one with that one, or I could swap these 2, but it is swap. You have to swap 1 card with another card. So that's that card, the Move card. We also then have the card that's currently played in the middle. This is called Tangle. Tangle is the meanest card in the entire game. Tangle means that no one else can trigger the power when they play to the forest until your next turn. Kirsty?
Naughty. Sorry, I was about to have a drink. This card is the Offering, and it enables you to take 2 cards blind off the draw pile. Take those blind off the draw pile, add them to your hand, and discard 2 cards. So it's a way of filtering through your cards.
Okay, next card for Kirsty. While I find the
This
other ones.
one is Destruction. So Destruction allows you to destroy a card in the forest. So if I very quickly mock up a forest here, like so, and I didn't want, for example, somebody getting these clades of berries in the centre here, I could play Destruction card down and destroy a card in the forest.
Nice. Okay, so the next 4 cards, I'm going to do these 2. So you have got the card which here is Exchange. And Exchange allows you to swap a card in the forest with one in your Copse area. That's my Copse there. So any of these cards can be swapped into any of the 5 cards, potentially 5 cards you have in your Copse. So that's the Exchange card.
So you play the card into the forest
and then swap.
Then activate the power.
So the next card I want to talk about is a little sort of almost partner card, which is Transform, which allows you to swap a card in the forest with one in your hand. So you can reserve that card for later. And we've got 2 cards left. Do you want to pick them up?
I would do.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got Explore card. And the Explore card allows you to simply, I'll just place it anywhere. Let's have a look, I'll pop that on there. And the Explore card allows you to take 1 blind from the top of the draw pile, have a look at it, immediately place it into the forest, hopefully benefiting yourself. However, you do not activate the power of that card. So ironically, I've picked up an Explore card, and I will put that there.
Lovely.
But I do not activate, again, Explore, because that's not how it works. And then the final one is the Risk. Now, the Risk card enables you to reveal one of your objective cards, the Pilgrim cards, allows you to reveal one of those early, and you score double points for it in the forest. At that point in time, as soon as it's revealed, you play it like so, and reveal. I'm going to turn over one, and I won't. Reveal one of the objectives to get double points in the forest. However, when you do this, you do not score points for the Copse.
No, and this is really important because normally at the end of the game, when everyone's hand is empty of cards, because your hand size reduces one by 1 each turn, the Copse, you'll score your Pilgrim cards for every occurrence of them in the forest and every occurrence of them in your Copse. However, you will always double the points in your Copse. So the risk is a risk because you might have scored really well in your Copse, but actually the value here might be much greater. So by playing this, you lose the ability to score one of your Pilgrim cards in the Copse, but you will double its value in the forest. So it's a really interesting opportunity for you to really boost your score. So at this point, you kind of know all the rules and you know all the powers, but as we play the game, as we do a little demo of the game, we'll take you through those again as we play and how that game is going to work. So I'm just going to shuffle these back in.
Yeah.
So one more point is by the end of each round. So at the end of each round, Kirsty designed into the game a way of you calculating how many rounds you have left.
Yes, I don't have the best memory. So the number of cards that you have left in your hand at the end of the round is the number of rounds that remain. So in the 4th round, you should have 3 cards left at the end of your turn, which means there are 3 rounds left. In the 3rd round, there are 2 cards left, which means there are 2 rounds left. In the 2nd round, you should have 1 card left, meaning there is 1 round left. And at the end of your hand, if you play correctly, you should have no cards left at the end of the 4th round.
There is no way of increasing your hand size, so it is tightly limited. So at the end of each round, however many cards you've got left in your hands, how many more cards you're going to be playing, or how many more rounds you're going to be playing. So has everyone around the table picked their objective cards, their Pilgrim cards?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So discard the ones you want. Shall I play first?
Has everyone set up their Copse? So the first thing you do is you've got 5 cards in your hand.
Yep.
You choose one of them to start your Copse with, which is your private sanctuary.
So shall I take the first turn?
Yes.
Okay, so very first thing I do on my turn is I add a card to my hand, and I will start with I think this destruction card, because who doesn't like a bit of destruction?
Whenever a card is taken from the draw row, you immediately top it back up.
So now I play a card to the forest. I'm going to play this card in. It's not particularly helpful for example purposes because it's move, and I'm not actually going to swap the locations of 2 cards in the forest.
What, really?
Yeah, as I are in 2 cards in the forest. So that one's that bit, and then I get to play a card to my Copse. I'm going to have a quick stroll through what I've got here, and I'm going to play this one to my Copse. And I have 3 cards left, so that must be the end of my turn, and it's now Kirsty's turn.
Okay, so I am going to take a card into my hand. So I will begin with 1 blind. And I will play this. It's not helpful. I'm going to play this transform card into the forest.
Okay. Do you want to activate a transform power and swap a card from the forest into your hand?
Not on this occasion, thank you. However, I am going to play a card into my Copse area.
Okay, so Kirsty's played her 2 cards. It will be Maggie's go.
3 left, 3 rounds.
Right, okay. So I am going to take...
I can pass it over to you if you want.
Okay.
This
that
one?
there, please, yes.
Move card.
And I'm going to place. Thank you.
Yeah, move it a bit closer to you.
It's drifting this way quite quickly.
There we go.
I'm going to place this one.
Oh, explore
there.
card. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you triggering the power of explore?
Which is draw 1 off the top of the pile.
Yes, why not? Yes, I'll do that. Thank you.
And then put it into the forest.
Directly.
Yeah.
I can't put it into my hand.
No, it goes straight into the forest.
Okay, so
You don't get to activate its power.
So you just
but
play it.
You do play it and hopefully benefit one of your objectives.
yes. Okay. So I will put that one here.
Okay.
Okay. And then 1 to your Copse.
That's my Copse, that is my Copse.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can see that.
So into there I will put this one there. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Steve, over to you.
Okay, so I am going to pick.
Do you want me to pass it here so you don't have to lean?
Oh, I
Okay, yes, okay.
Who needs to be able to see the
Can I have the nearest to you, please, Maggie?
That transform card.
That one, the transform.
There you are, Stephen.
So I can use this to replace a card in the forest with one in your hand.
Your hand.
Yeah, sorry, my hand, yes. Probably not on this occasion. So I will play this, and I'm going to place it just there.
Okay.
And then 1
And
in.
now I'm going to play one to my Copse. I'm going to play this one, just there.
Might need to be here to be in view. That's fine.
Steve's Copse in view now.
So my Copse is now in view.
So-
Probably was
Yep.
before.
So
We know
all
we're near
4
the
players
forest.
have played. So we clear the cards into a discard pile. And
4 more.
the forest renews each round. And we have the risk, move, the risk, and the offering.
So I'm going to take that offering card, Maggie, or Kirsty, if one of you can pass it to me. That's great.
Just
Thank
top
you
that
very
back
much.
up, and we've got another move card.
So I am going to play that straight in actually, and I'm going to drop it in just there, I think. Now that's the offering card, so I get to draw 2 cards blind from the top of the deck, add them to my hand, and then I can discard, well, I must discard 2 cards. So I'll discard that one. I'll keep hold of that. And I'll discard that one. So those 2 can go.
Take those out of the way.
Then I play a card to my Copse, and I'm going to play that one in.
Is your Copse in view?
Yeah, it's just here.
It's out shot.
Right.
That's in shot.
It is now. Okay, so
My turn?
Kirsty, over to you.
Okay, so I'm going to play. I'm going to take this move card, top that back up. I'm going to play this move card here.
Ooh.
And I'm going to swap the location of 2 cards. And they are going to be these 2. Yeah, if I can reach.
Oh.
Like so.
I think we've upset Maggie with that one, Kirsty.
Sorry.
That's
No,
fine.
it's fine.
And then, to my Copse, I shall play this card.
Okay.
Okay?
Maggie, over to you.
Yes.
And you swap those because it benefits you with
I'm not going to tell
with
you.
your scores. No. I don't expect you to, but you swapped them over because in that different position, your objectives will be more successfully achieved.
Hopefully.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Right. So
Just say I can pass it you.
going to take this card here.
Okay. Let's top back up with a destruction there.
So
This is the risk that you've just picked up. You don't have to activate it straight away.
yes,
It's the one where you reveal your objective.
not the offering. Okay, right.
Were you hoping for the offering?
No, it's fine. Look more closely. So I'm going to place this one
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Okay. And one into my Copse, which I did work out, is going to be one of these 3. So I think
I think that's probably right. Out of the 3.
I'll go for that one there.
Okay.
Steve, over to you.
Okay. Right. I think I'm going to take. I'm going to take it and explore.
Okay. It gets topped back up with an offering.
So
and-
maybe an important aspect with Explore there. Normally that in the last player's turn, they're obviously going to cancel at the end of the turn, but by taking the Explore, it's worth revealing the card because the Explore will require a blind draw.
Yes.
So it does maybe change the order of cards some.
That's if
you play that into the forest.
choose to
Activate
act
it.
upon it, activate it, and I think on this occasion I'm not going to.
Interesting.
So I will place.
But Explore just brings out anything.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
fair.
I'm going to
Interesting.
play this,
Very interesting. Okay.
and now I need to put one to my Copse, which is going to be.
Do you want to clear the road?
Yeah, I
That
wanted to make
one.
sure it wasn't anything that's going to affect it.
I'm playing that one to my Copse,
Fab.
and I have 2 cards left.
So 2 rounds left. So the game disappears pretty quickly, which is part of the design. We built it in so the kind of pace of the game and the tempo of the game picks up as you play. Now,
I've just topped up the forest as the forest has renewed once again. We have a destruction, we have an offering, we have an explore, and we have a move.
I'm going to take this destruction card
It's replaced with a tangle.
and I'm going to play that destruction card there, and I'm going to destroy that card there.
Oh!
And apparently that was...
It actually gets destroyed from the game.
It gets destroyed from the game. That was apparently a controversial move. So
Controversial.
who would have thought? And I will play a card to my Copse before I get shot.
Good idea.
So I'm going to play that one in there.
Okay.
It's changed a lot of things, if I'm honest.
It has.
That was the idea, I think.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm going to begin my turn by taking a card, and I'm going to take this exchange card into my hand.
I mean, I'd call it an explore.
Oh, sorry, explore card. It is explore. I'm going to put the explore card into the forest.
No, I just cleared that space. It was beautiful.
And I
was waiting for palm oil to be planted.
No, and I'm going to immediately draw a card and place it into the forest. Now, I would like to try and make it be to my benefit, but I'm not sure I can on this occasion. So I'll just pop it here instead.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play one to my Copse, which I forgot I wanted to circulate. So I will put this one here. And that's the end of my game.
Okay. Maggie, over to you.
Yeah.
All right, give me those. Shuffle.
Right. I think I will do. I'll take this card here.
The offering.
The offering.
Yeah. And that's just.
Glad I
So
shuffled
we've
those.
just got an explore. So
do I
would you,
place-
if you activate it
Yes.
by placing it into the forest?
Do I do that before I draw the two
Yes.
and exchange two?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Just give me a little second to rethink my game plan.
I think you messed it up with the destruction
Oh,
there.
no, I don't believe that.
I think you might have
I
done.
think that's why it was called that, I think.
It is.
Yes.
Anyone I think destruction's disruptive.
Yes, exactly. Could have called it deforestation, but I think destruction's very apt.
Yeah.
So just while Mum's having a quick think, I wanted to have a quick chat about the artwork that features in the game.
It's real pretty.
The artwork is done by a wonderful artist called Kathryn Davis, and her company is Kathryn Davis Art. She is Kathryn creates stuff on Instagram, and she's fabulous. So feel free to check out her art. It's wonderful.
So Maggie's played the
thank
offering,
you.
which allows her to draw two cards and immediately discard two cards from her hand.
Okay, just give me a second. Oh. And then I just need one little bit.
So when we first designed the game, destruction
Okay.
only destroyed
Thanks. No,
Oh,
just next to
destroyed the cards to the discard pile. However, now
you remove it from the
after
game.
we actually remove them from the game when they're being destroyed, so it's got a bit more
right, yeah.
it's got a bit more oomph to
Yeah,
it.
it's more vicious.
Yeah.
Partly because, especially in a four-player game, you're going to cycle through the deck of cards at least once. You may even, if there's a lot of exploring offerings played, you may even end up reshuffling the discard pile twice during a four-player game.
Yeah.
And there's a very intentional aspect there, which is about making sure that everyone has an opportunity to see and gain a cards that they require to maximise their score. We could have done a huge deck, and people might have struggled to even see the cards they want. So we decided to avoid that.
I've kept it small.
Steve,
compact.
over to you.
Okay, my
Easy
penultimate
transport.
turn then.
Easy transport.
Yes.
So, I think I will have
What shall I pass you?
a transform, please.
Transform?
This one there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That gets topped up with
Yep.
an offering.
So
Sorry.
the What's the power? Replace a card in the.
It allows you to swap one with one in your hand. So if there's one that's you'd like to swap over,
Oh, I don't know. Yes, you can probably see I've already got one in my hand.
no, you swap any card in the forest with one in your hand.
Yes, of course, yes. So that would be a good idea. However,
But you haven't got one in your hand. It's yes.
no, it suits me not to on this occasion.
That's fair.
Okay.
And I will place this card just here.
Okie dokie.
And I will now play one to my Copse. And that is going to be. Should have thought of this earlier. Silly me.
It's okay.
Uh,
I don't think it's going to affect the draw row, so I'm going to clear the
no, you carry on. Yes.
So we have a Tangle card, we have a Transform card, we have a Destruction
And put it
card,
there.
and we have the Risk card.
Okay.
Could you pass me the destruction card? I'm going to mess up.
I was going to get it.
Very much.
Oh no, Phil's on the Destruction warpath
no.
again.
I wonder which card is it? Oh,
Play this here. Destroy that one.
Oh,
And
bum,
I'll
bum,
play that one to my Copse. Kirsty, over to you.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm out of the game. That's the end of my game.
Dun,
So.
dun, 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 dun. Okay. So, decisions.
Oh, we pick one, don't we?
Let me see.
So even in the final round, you'll have a choice to make because you're going to end up with 2 cards in your hand.
So I'm. That's not what I think. Yes, I am. I will. Doesn't benefit me.
Who said we couldn't design a half-hour game with lots of chunky decisions in it?
In a tiny box. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so I am going to take this exchange card. I'm going to top this back up, and it is the offering. That would be more beneficial to me this time. And I'm going to place this one here.
Will you stop doing this?
What?
Undestructing.
Yeah.
I am replanting and regrowing the
care.
forest. And I'm going to choose to activate the power.
Okay.
And that power allows me to swap a card from the forest with one in my Copse.
Oh.
So, what?
Nothing.
So, I am going to swap. Let's have a look. Let me have a little looky rubber ducky. I'm going to swap this one here with this one here, like that.
Uh-huh.
And that's going to sit there. And then I'm going to pointlessly
Maggie,
put
it's your game.
this
Might as well be your
in.
game.
Yeah, because this doesn't actually benefit.
Place is putting her last Copse in.
Right, okay.
That's it.
And no cards left means there's no rounds left.
No, you can't play a game without any cards.
If you like to pass it here, Mum, just say.
Okay, so I want like there isn't one.
This is
The other side.
the exchange. Sorry,
Um,
sorry, not exchange. This is the offering which cycles cards into your hand. The risk enables you to get double points, but you won't get it in the Copse.
okay, I will take
Transform as well, we have, which allows you to replace a card in the forest with one in your hand.
Yeah. Oh, one of those there either. Okay. I play my card into the forest first.
No, you draw a card
you
first.
draw your
I
card
draw a
first.
card
Yeah.
first. Right. I need to get that one there. Can I take the uncovered one?
Yeah, of course you can. You can always take one blind.
Yes.
Give that a shuffle.
Apparently, it's what's wrong.
That's
That
good.
worked well.
There's the ticket to ride Maggie coming in. Always drawing
Drawing a
rainbows.
rainbow.
No. So I'm going to place both of these now.
One to the forest.
One to the forest, and you can choose to activate its power if you wish.
And the other one is... No, we don't move and swap two cards. Or maybe I might swap two cards already being placed.
You do whatever you want.
I think
It's
it's
your
too
play.
long to work out which ones.
If you want to do it, do it.
Consequently,
You choose whatever you want.
I'm going to place that one there.
Yeah. And would you like to activate the power?
Which swaps a card in your hand with one in the forest,
Oh.
which you then immediately play into your copse.
Oh.
So there's a card in the forest that isn't working for you in the forest but would work in your copse. You could potentially take that.
I think I'm going to leave it as it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And then play
And
that
I'll
one to
place
your
that
copse.
one there.
Steve, you're and the last turn
And the
of the
last
game.
turn. Okay. So,
I think you should just
I don't know which one that is.
this one.
No, I can't do it now. That's right.
Just swap it. It's fine.
No, Kirsty,
No,
it's
no,
done now.
no,
we
I'll
don't
play
cheat
properly.
when we play
It's not
games.
cheating.
It is. The turn had been taken.
I think rearranging the rules is kind of cheating. Rearranging the
I'd like
game.
Yeah.
the transform, please.
Transform, yeah.
Thank
You like your transform
That's
cards
very
this
good.
game?
Very popular card
It's
for
been
Steve.
replaced
I'm not
with
actually
the
going to
offering.
activate it. There's
Okay.
reasons for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to place this.
We can move this draw pile if
In
needed.
fact,
No, it's fine.
it's actually
No,
we can
it's
dismantle
coming this
it.
side.
Okay.
I'm going to place that there.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Okay.
means this is going to the my copse and the last card of the game. And I'm going to place that there. Oh, no. No, I'm not.
At the top.
Uh,
I'm supposed to declare this yet.
It's
yes,
fine.
I will place that just there. That's better.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway,
So that ends the game. So we now reveal our objective
Dun, dun,
cards
dun,
and we're going to give them
dun.
the score. So we'll do it one at a time. So as first player, I'll go first and I'll score Glades of Acorns first. So in my copse, I'm
You
looking
do the
for...
forest.
Okay, I'll score the forest first. So acorns in copse in glade. So I've got a glade there, so that's 2 points because there's 2 acorns. There's 2 acorns there, which is another 2 points. So
That's 4.
There is, and it's better to do this like sequentially. There's 2 acorns there. That's 6. 2 more there. 8. And we just keep on going. 1 here, another pair 10. And I think that's it actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. So 10 in the
points
forest,
in the forest.
which is subpar. And then in the copse, I have 2 acorns in total.
So that's 4
But I
points.
double it, so 4 points in the copse. And then I have Paths to Darkness. Everyone scuppered my Paths to Darkness plan. At one point, I got like 6 Paths to Darkness in the forest. Yeah, I had. By destroying cards in the middle of things, you leave quite a few Paths to Darkness.
Yeah. Sorry.
So if we're going to 6, I now have 2 Paths to Darkness, which is 3 points for each Path to Darkness, which gives me...
so
6
that's
points.
3. That's 3 that go nowhere. One.
Yeah.
No, that
Oh,
one and
there,
that
and
one.
that one there.
So that's 3 points each. So that is exactly 6 points in the forest, which
So
gives me a total of
16.
16 points.
Yeah,
And I've
but
got
you've got plenty there.
4. Well, it's
4
12
times
points.
3
It's 24.
is-
So it's 12 points.
Which is
3, 6,
28 in
9,
your copse.
12. And a 28 in my copse in total. So that gives me a total of 44.
Maths.
So 44 for me. Kirsty, what you got?
Okay, so these were really bad. So I have the leafy pathway.
Okay, so let's look for leaf pathways. So we're looking at these connections here and these connections here. So we'll go across and then we'll go up and down. No leaves, no leaf pairs, no leaf pairs here. No leaf pairs here. Let's go up and down now. Oh, look, there's no leaf pairs there. There's no leaf pairs. I'm glad someone's done worse than me. There's no leaf pairs there. And I believe there are no...
So I got 0.
0 in the forest for your first objective. How about the copse? The copse was much better, to be fair. Do your copse for this one first.
Okay, so my copse, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's 4 points for a leafy path. And you've got 4 of them. So 4 fours are...
16.
And then we double that to
32.
32. So there might be a bit of recovery there. So what's your next one?
No, I don't think so. It's it got messed up. The longest route.
So this is the long and winding road. And
Now,
you get to pick which symbol you want to trace.
Yeah, I was just about to say
Go
that. The longest route, which I think is feathers, or it could be bone.
We've got feathers, we've got 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards there. Bones, there's 3.
There's also there's 1 there, but it's not connected there.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think it's
1
those.
there.
No, but
Yeah,
there's,
it's
there's
just
a moon there, so that doesn't count there.
So
yes, of
it's
course,
3 cards here in the forest. So 3 cards. How many points per card?
3, so that's 9 points.
9 points.
A whole whopping
Giving
9
you 9.
points.
And then in the copse for your long and winding road, which I'm guessing you're going to pick leaves.
I'm going to pick leaves.
And it's long and
my
winding road.
Long and winding road is 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, which is 3 points per card. So 3 times 4 is 12, times 2 is 24.
That's okay. You've not done bad. So 56 there plus 9 is 65. Maggie, what are you scoring first? So,
Right, I've got Path of Bewilderment.
Okay.
so Paths of Bewilderment are where each card leads to a totally different symbol. So,
Yeah.
I had one there, but somebody destroyed it.
sorry.
Oh no.
No,
I'm
tragic.
not sure I've got any actually at the moment. No, I don't think. I thought I'd recovered, but I haven't.
Oh, yes, that one's shown there.
This one, you go
No.
to a feather, a leaf,
Yeah,
a
no.
bone,
and
and
a
a
moon.
moon. That's one.
No, but it's what they leave to,
It's
not
what
what they
they
match.
lead
So
to.
yes, that's one. Kirsty's right. That's one.
This is a path to bewilderment. So just for clarification, the path to bewilderment is a path leading to one of each icon.
So that's fine.
Because it goes to a feather, a leaf, a bone, and a
Oh,
moon.
right.
But there are only 1, 2, 3, 4 places you can get Path of Bewilderment.
Yeah, yeah.
And so there's only 1 in there, which is still 12 points in the
Still
forest.
12 points.
How
So that's
about
good.
how about
Okay.
in the copse?
None.
I
None.
haven't got any, have
No.
I? No.
Okay, so your other objective
You needed to put that there.
Yeah.
to have a
Okay.
chance.
And then it must have done
So,
it.
Glades of Diversity.
Oh, okay. Another high
You've
scoring
got-
one.
you've got the difficult
I
Wow.
one.
was doing well on this one,
Oh, you have done
but
that?
somebody actually destroyed something,
That's a shame.
isn't it?
So it only works where there's full glades.
I
So
haven't
here,
got any, I
here.
don't think.
Yeah, you've got one here.
There's 1 there for 12 points. That's
oh,
it.
Right.
So-
You did have 2.
I thought that
I
was
did
one.
some destroying.
That changed.
Oh, you destroyed it.
How
yeah.
about in your copse?
No.
No.
So that's 24 points in the forest, no points in the copse, which 24 points. Steve, what have you got? What's scoring first?
Right, I'll do the Paths of Confusion.
So
Okay.
Paths of Confusion,
In the forest.
1 point per
mismatching.
non-match path
So-
in the forest and your copse. Right, so we do the forest first.
You've got
Non-matching
lots.
paths. So everywhere where there's like that and they aren't the same,
I
score
think
Is a
I,
point.
1.
Yeah.
I think I helped you with that one by
So
trying to get
we've
mine.
got, which way should
So-
we
Go
start?
1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4.
5, 6, 7, 8. And then we go up. 9
Nine.
to 10,
10.
10,
11, 12, 13,
Ooh,
14, 15, 16, 17.
17.
That's nice.
Yes.
That's good.
And in your copse?
In copse, I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Which doubles to 8.
8.
Okay.
Right. My other card is Glades of Duos.
Oh, nice.
So we want 2 in a glade of 4. We need 2 of each, or
No.
Any pairs.
Or it's any
Any sets
2.
of
If
pairs.
there's 3, then it just counts as 2.
No, if
No,
it's
it
3, it doesn't count at all.
No.
So-
only score only pairs. Oh yeah, of course, yes. Right. So what have we got?
2.
So 1 pair. So
1,
4, 6, 8, not scroll. 12.
10 actually.
10.
Oh, sorry, 10, 12, 14,
Yep.
16, 18.
Yes.
I can't quite.
20.
20,
20.
22,
22.
None.
not,
Not.
24.
24.
Yep.
24.
Yeah, 24 on the forest, and on the my copse I've got 1,
So 2,
2.
no,
Not count. 1.
that's it.
1.
Just 1, so that's 2.
So that's 4 in the
Yeah.
Copse.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
So
So
that's 12 in the cups.
So Steve had a couple of cards that don't score particularly well in the Copse, but can score really big in the forest. So
Especially when somebody else helps.
it always helps when somebody helps. So that's 53 for Steve. So the scores are in. So in fourth place is Maggie with 24. Sorry, Maggie.
Okay.
Then it's me with 44. Then Steve with 53, and Kirsty wins with a whopping 65. And we find a score of a bit like anywhere sort of 60 to 80 is normally a reasonable winning score. So you can get much higher if you play the risk at an appropriate time. We'll just switch it back to the main camera and we'll just finish off. Hi, we're back again. I might take my glasses off now because I can add reflection to the whole mess we've got going on. That's our game, Forest Folk. You've watched a full game with 4 players. It's taken
Too long.
about 45 minutes.
Yeah,
but that's with explanation, with setup. So the game plays in about half an hour. The 2-player variant doesn't shorten the game massively, but does shorten it a little bit. And 3 players, you probably go sort of 25 minutes to 30 minutes between the 2 and 4 player count. So it's a fairly quick game, but you've got some fairly tough choices as you go. And there are sort of plenty of cards to play with. And we've enjoyed designing and playing this game.
We have. It's a nice little compact box because we didn't want to waste any cardboard.
Or your shelf space.
Or shelf space, because we are avid gamers ourselves and we have a huge collection and we know how important space is. The idea with this game was to create a small box which had a powerful punch of game.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think that that's what we've delivered. It's quite thinky. There's lots of decision points with the powers, but also that it looks beautiful as well. So hopefully we've delivered.
So if you found this video useful, you've enjoyed it, and you found watching this game good, please like and subscribe to the channel. You can also find us
on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, aka X,
and Blue Sky now
and
as well.
Blue Sky.
You got to have Twitter and other Twitter. So there you go. So yes, feel free to follow us, and you'll get updates about the games that we are designing and developing, and hopefully you will want to be involved in that. Yeah, and some of the crowdfunding projects we've got. So thank you very much for your time today, and we'll see you all soon. Maggie and Steve, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for
that. Enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Enjoyed that. Thank
See you
you.
soon, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.